Alright y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Isabel, and today we are going to be talking about a very disturbing video that I had came across, y'all. We are going to be talking about Aspen Carter, okay? And I like well, I'm not gonna lie, I still like her or whatever. She is a young Chicago rapper, and she was recently on stream, Twitch stream, and I guess she has a puppy, and the puppy came out of the cage, and the way how she reacted to the puppy coming out of the cage, it was very, very, very concerning, y'all. So I'm gonna play a little clip of it, just like a little bit, from my other phone, and just like let y'all see it for those of y'all that have not seen it, those of y'all who does not know Aspen Carter, because at first I did not know her at all, but because of my daughter, she introduced me to one of her songs and I liked her song, so I said okay. And I seen on a T page that, you know, she was currently on Twitch stream, and she is basically arrested for animal abuse. A lot of people are saying that she did come out of jail hours later, or maybe an hour later. They did say that they did take the animal in and the animal was healthy, thank you God, because there is a lot of animal lovers out here and they are serious about animals, like serious. Like, you cannot play with animals, okay? I feel like a lot of humans love animals more than other humans, okay? And this is not taking away from what she did, but I'm just saying that people take animal and animal abuse serious, okay? It's like if you are, you know, attempting to beat a human like that. And I don't even think they would even go as far as maybe they would, but they took her in so fast over that puppy. Okay, so we're gonna play the clip a little bit.
I got a cage.
Okay, so she said, how did you get out that cage? And just slapped the hell out of the dog, and you could tell that the dog was screaming to the max. The dog sound like a seal, okay? I never heard a dog sound like that in my life, okay? That dog was getting beat, okay? Can't nobody tell me nothing. There's a lot of people that were saying that they don't think that she was, but it's clear as day if you re-watch this video over and over and over like I did, you would see that she slapped that dog. She slapped it and she kept slapping it, and Lord knows what she was doing to the dog off camera, because if you see right here, she's off the camera. So she's behind the camera or wherever she's at, and she's doing something to the dog. You don't hear her beating the dog, but I don't know if she's pulling the fur up or she's doing something to hurt the dog. That's how it sounds, and that's just my opinion. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. If you feel like she wasn't doing anything to the dog and the dog was just being a crybaby, or the dog is just being this and the dog is being that, that's your opinion. But my opinion in this situation is she was doing something behind the scenes to that dog, because why would that dog be screaming? You notice when the dog came out of the cage, the dog wasn't screaming, right? You noticed that, right? Everybody noticed that when the dog came out of the cage, the dog was not screaming. Soon as she turned around and said, how you get out that cage, and slapped the shit out the dog and kept slapping and slapping the dog, and then took the dog off screen and was doing Lord knows what to the dog off screen, the dog was whining like a seal off screen. The dog is not just about to be crying like that. And then she came back up here and was denying the fact that she was beating the dog. You are on stream. Okay, you are on stream. If you had any real common sense, but then she does not, because she is a kid for real, or however old this girl is, she don't got the knowledge in the sense to pause the stream. And that's not even the case. It's like, why get a dog or a puppy like that and abuse them. When you get a puppy, you're supposed to treat that puppy like that's your family, your kid, your whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to treat that puppy good. What is the purpose of getting a puppy? If you're gonna beat the shit out of the puppy, what is the purpose of that? But then again, guys, she's young. She probably don't know. She probably be raised up with different people that had animals that did the same thing to their animals. Because children live what they learn, okay? When you're raising a kid, they always learn off of the parents. She probably seen somebody do that before and thought that it's normal to do that. Maybe that's her way of disciplining her puppy. She probably really doesn't really know. I honestly don't think she meant to harm the puppy, but everybody is going to blow it out of proportion because number one, it's a little puppy. Number two, it's an animal, period. And number three, why are you beating the animal like that? Just because it got out the cage, you could have clearly walked the animal back to the cage. You didn't have to beat the shit out of the animal. I mean, and a lot of these people, I've seen a lot of people that does this, and I always felt like it was animal cruelty or animal abuse. I always felt like that when they be beating the shit out of their animals just because their animals did something wrong. No, one day them animals are gonna turn on you. This animal, I feel so bad for this puppy because it's a little puppy for one. And for two, you're beating the shit out of the puppy just because it got out the cage. Make it make sense. That's not a reason to hit a dog. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a reason to hit a cat, or that's not a reason to hit whatever animal you have just because they came out of the cage. Okay, I don't get it. Why would the dog be screaming like that, y'all? Why would the dog be, why? And then again, if you listen closely, you'll hear some thumps. If you listen really closely, you'll hear some thumps. So she probably was slapping the shit out of the dog off of the camera. And it's not funny. I'm laughing because it's really crazy as hell that she would be on stream beating this little puppy like that. It's ridiculous. Like, come on now, babe. You ain't got no sense. It doesn't really seem like it at all. Do you see how she just carried the dog out of there? Like, that was terrible. I don't know. I just really can't believe it. It's a lot of people that are on there talking crazy. And then the way how she just grabs the puppy by its fur and take it up out the room like that was insane to me. I was like, Jesus Christ, you already didn't beat this dog already off in a corner. And then now you're going to take it up by its fur and take it out the room like that? Like, come on. No. That is, I'm not going to lie, this right here, because I know a lot of people blow up situations and people really drag shit out, but I feel like she is not meant to have a dog. And this is really a serious reaction to this. I feel like she should not have a dog, okay? You can obviously tell that she's a young girl, okay? Right now, she's blowing up in her career as of before, past tense, with this dog situation, because a lot of people are saying that they're unfollowing her, and a lot of people said that she lost a lot of followers due to this situation of her with this dog. And to be honest, I don't blame people, because when I seen it was very heartbreaking. I don't even have a dog, and I felt like I had a dog. Like, I felt the pain of the viewers that actually have a dog and actually know how it feels to have a dog. That's ridiculous. That's outrageous. That's disturbing. It's a very disturbing video. And I don't know, y'all, should she be canceled for this, or should she get another chance, to be honest? Because I feel like she's young and she doesn't really have the brain or the mindset to think like, you know, hey, I shouldn't be doing this to a dog. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that she's a young crash out. That's what you could tell. That's what she does. Her music is based off of that. You could tell that she's young, she's in the streets, and you could tell that she's, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you're young, you're in the streets, you don't really have sympathy. You don't really have too much of feelings for anything, especially people that don't have kids, because she's young, she doesn't have a kid or anything like that. So people that don't have kids, they don't feel love and emotion as the same way as somebody was to have kids, or somebody that don't have kids and just actually love dogs, because you have a lot of real dog lovers out here that even if they don't have kids, they're still gonna feel some type of way for you abusing an animal. It was just, that situation was just not right. The way how she picked up the dog by the fur, it's still even though it's an animal, it's still an animal. It's still God's being that he put on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And you should not mistreat an animal like that. And look at how little that dog is. Come on now. I couldn't really, I was saying like, damn, I could understand if it was like a pit bull or something, you know, because them pit bulls are very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But even if it was a pit bull, it is still not right to beat these animals like that, because at the end of the day, these animals have feelings like humans, okay? These animals know how you're treating them. These animals feel that you're hurting them, okay? And I feel like this was a big mistake for her. You know what I'm saying? But then again, there's other videos surfacing up about her always crashing out on Louis, because that's a dog's name, Louis. She's always crashing out on Louis for getting out of the case. This is a little dog, sis. Pick your dog up. These dogs are like babies, to be honest. Dogs are like babies. They want to be held. They want to be rubbed. They want to be kissed, and they want to be loved. When you get a dog, it's like a kid. You got to feed it. You got to walk it. You got to take it to the bathroom. You got to take a bath. You got to take the dog a bath, okay? You got to take the dog to the veterans. You got to buy shots. You got to do everything like a kid. So people that have animals or that want to get an animal, because it's a lot of people that get an animal and just are not mentally prepared for the animal, and they do start hitting the animal because they get frustrated. People even do it with babies. That's why there's a lot of babies that when they first come out, they end up not making it because their mother or their father end up shaking the baby or hitting the baby or something because they're so frustrated. Some people are not able to take care of a big responsibility like this. An animal is like a child. If you're not ready to take that responsibility, do not get the animal. Don't have a baby. Same thing. And I just feel like she's young and she didn't know. I honestly feel like she didn't know. In my opinion, I don't feel like, look, the girl already got arrested, y'all. The girl already got arrested. In minutes, it seemed like, not even minutes, days or whatever, it seemed like that girl got arrested. As soon as people seen this video, you already know people was in that stream dialing up dog abuse or whatever it is, DPL or whatever. They dialing that shit up quick because that's the same thing like a child abuse. But a lot of people are saying like, look, y'all sitting over here calling the dog abuse on Aspen. Why y'all not calling CPS on Krishan? So that's another thing that people are touch bases on. And a lot of people are saying like, listen, we already called CPS on Krishan, but Krishan don't have a home. So she's this place and this place, allegedly. She's this place and this place and this place. So we cannot compare Krishan to Aspen. But then again, this is a dog versus a human. So a lot of people are saying like y'all glorify animals more than y'all glorify humans, because y'all should have been had Krishan arrested like y'all had Aspen arrested over a dog. So that's another debate for another video, okay? But what I'm saying is, I honestly don't feel like she should be completely canceled for a one-time mistake, okay? For a one-time mistake, she should not have been canceled. You know how many times Diddy should have got canceled for what Diddy did? But no, what they do, throw it under the rug, okay? Let people get a second chance. All right, I know it's strong dog lovers like Scotland who commented on there and said this was disgraceful or this was disgusting or whatever. But at the end of the day, y'all need to realize that she is a young Chicago girl, a crash out, clear as day that you can tell. It's clear as day. You could tell that this girl be on PILLS. You could tell she be on those strong as day. So come on now, give this girl some grace space. You know what I'm saying? Give her a period. That's just my opinion. I don't want nobody coming in the comments. Well, you could say whatever you want to say in the comments, because like I said again, it's your opinion. Okay? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So if you feel like what I said was wrong, you can state your opinion. Or if you feel like what I said was right, you can state your opinion. My opinion is she should not get canceled for a mistake. It is a big mistake, but she should not get canceled for it. Why isn't Krishan getting canceled for what she's doing to Junior? Clock that T. Question mark, question mark. Why is she not getting canceled for that? But she's getting canceled for this dog. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Just because Krishan is not actually on TV beating the kid, she's not actually looking after Junior's health, is she? But we're bashing this girl because she made a simple mistake on camera. And somebody needs to sit her down and let her know they did the right thing. Take the dog away. Take the dog. Take the dog away and sit down and talk to her. Or somebody needs to sit down and talk to her and let her know that, yo, you cannot do that again. If you get another animal, you cannot beat them like that. You have to treat them like your own. You have to love them. You have to care for them. You have to bathe them, feed them, take them for walks. Make sure they're good, up to date on their shots. Somebody needs to sit down and let this young girl, this young lady, know where she went wrong. Because people make a lot of mistakes and don't know that they're making the mistake at the time. You understand? And like I said, I don't fully watch her videos. I only see clips on TikTok, y'all. I don't watch none of these people that I'm reacting on. I don't watch them in full detail. I only have clips and clips and clips. So if you know more than me, please educate me down in the comment box. If you know about this situation more than me, put it down in the comment box, because I would love to hear everybody's perspective on this situation. Is she wrong? Yes, 100% yes. They was right for putting her in custody. They were right for taking the dog away from her. Take the dog away from her forever. As a matter of fact, don't give her back the dog. Take it away. Find the dog a home, a loving, caring, gentle home. And somebody needs to sit down and tell this girl where she's going wrong, because it seems like nobody wants to tell these people where they're going wrong. Soon as something happens, you guys bash the shit out of people. And you don't want to sit up there and think two ways. It's always two sides to the story. Maybe she didn't know that she was abusing this animal. And a lot of people are going to be like, how she didn't know she was abusing the animal? How she didn't know? Don't come for me. I'm just a messenger. I feel like she made a mistake and she had to deal with the consequences, because people are canceling this girl. All right, she just barely even made it and people are canceling this girl. Her song is doing numbers right now, and then all of a sudden she's being canceled. My message to you upcoming rappers, or to you women or men, whatever the case may be, is that's trying to do that, make sure you tread lightly with what you do, okay? Because as soon as you blow up, people are gonna come to try to tear you down to the ground. So you have to be cautious of what you're doing. You have to be cautious of what you're sharing out there, and be cautious of your live streams that you're doing. And just don't do it, period. All right? Don't beat no animal, because a lot of people are saying like this girl got plenty of ops. They rap about powing each other 24/7. So why she don't go beat one of her ops like that? A lot of people are saying that in the comments. I'm going to read some of the comments, actually, as a matter of fact. Somebody said, I actually hope she goes to hell for this. Like, a lot of people are saying that. Somebody was like, I want to beat the shit out of this girl. OMG. I can't say all of the words. OMG. She kept beating him. What did the dog do to deserve that? That's what I'm saying. Those cries make my heart hurt. That dog was crying so bad. Somebody said, poor dog. But now Aspen is in jail. Hope she goes to hell. That dog doesn't deserve anything like that. People are so hurt. People are even making up signs saying justice for Louis. Okay, people are making up signs saying justice for Louis. This is a real movement right now. Okay? Y'all need to be careful what y'all got going on. People are not playing. All because he got out the cage. Aspen, I'ma write your name down. In this. They talk about they gonna write her name down in that book. People are not playing with her at all. Somebody said, we sliming you out, Aspen. Count your days. Jesus. Why you don't beat your ops like that? A lot of people are up here talking crazy to her. I'm not going to read the rest. But let's just play this shit back again. I can't believe it. I can't. It's clear as day she was beating the shit out of that dog. And then took the dog off in a corner. Listen to them thumps. Y'all hear the thumps? If you listen closely, you will hear the thumps. Y'all hear that? This girl was beating the shit out of the dog on camera and off camera, and gonna have the nerve to come up on the camera and say she was not beating the dog. The dog is just very sensitive. Let's see if I can find that.
I'm a faker. Tell him. I'm a faker. I just like to cry. So I can pick me up. So I can play with me. So I can lay with somebody. So I can just do something with somebody because I don't like being alone. And nothing really wrong.
She's basically saying that her dog is dramatic and that he's a faker. And that's a goddamn lie, okay? He might be around the house crying to get picked up and played with and loved and cuddles and shit like that. But this video says we think that you was beating the shit out that dog. And there's no way around that, okay? And like I said, everybody deserves a second chance. I know people might come up here and bash me for that or whatever the case may be is. But like I said, she was wrong for that. She was definitely wrong. Definitely. 10 times 10 out of wrong. She was wrong. She should have been taken into custody, and the dog should not be around her. And those of you that have dogs and are doing this, give the dog away to somebody that can treat and love that dog. These dogs deserve to be loved. They don't deserve to be beat at all, not one bit. So I cannot blame people for, feeling the way how they feel about it. But like at the end of the day, she's young and she doesn't really, to me, it doesn't seem like she has much sense. And next time I feel like maybe she'll learn, or next time she just doesn't need to have a dog, y'all. Anyway, this is the end of the video. Like and subscribe.